That's my personal file you've got there.
Do you mind?
Go for it.
Smokey Barrett, born 1968, degree in criminology. Accepted into the Bureau 1990, graduated top of her class at Quantico. Assigned to assist in the Black Angel case in Virginia 1991, administrative capacity. But you didn't remain on the sidelines of that one, did you?
I called it luck at the time and downplayed myself. A 4 a.m. epiphany. An insight about a witness statement that cracked open the case. A tiny, forgettable detail that didn't seem right and ended up closing the door on a killer.
Assigned to the National Center for the Analysis of Violent Crime, the part of the FBI that deals with the worst of the worst, Death Central, 3 years later. Well, that's a pretty quick jump, isn't it?
The average agent usually has 10 years of prior bureau experience.
A few more cases solved, glowing performance reviews, and then you were made NCAVC coordinator in Los Angeles in '96. Charged with creating an efficient local unit and repairing relations with local law enforcement that your predecessor damaged. You were hand-picked for a difficult task. It's where you really began to shine.
Shine is the perfect word. 1996 was a year when nothing seemed to go wrong. I'd had my daughter in late 1995. I was appointed to the LA office, and Matt and I were going strong as ever. Every morning I woke up excited, fresh.
The office in LA hadn't been doing well. You were given carte blanche in restaffing it, and you picked 3 agents from offices around the United States. They were thought at the time to be unusual choices.
They proved out in the end, didn't they?
In fact, your team is one of the best in Bureau history, isn't it?
The best.
Exactly. Lots of solved cases, more glowing reviews. Some notes that you were being considered to be the first female acting director ever. Historic.
It's true.
Something else in your file caught my eye. Notations about your marksmanship.
Oh?
Why, you rank within the top 20th percentile worldwide with a handgun. Is that true?
It's true.
Well, now, you are an exceptional agent. You hunt the worst of the worst. 6 months ago, a man you were hunting, Joseph Sands, came after you and your family, killed your husband in front of you, raped and tortured you, and killed your daughter. Through an effort that could only be called superhuman, you turned the tables on him, taking his life.
Where are you going with this?
I've been doing this for a long time, Smokey. And you've been seeing me for quite a while. I develop feelings about things. Hunches, you'd probably call them. Here's what my hunch is right now. I think you're trying to choose between whether to go back to work or to kill yourself.
This is what you do, isn't it? You talk and ramble and prod. Then you move right in for the kill. Right for the jugular.
I can't help you unless you really lay it all on the table, Smokey.
I know what you want. You want to break me, the way I've broken plenty of criminals in plenty of interrogation offices. Well, fuck that.
Okay, Smokey. Resist. Go ahead. That's fine. Just one last thing.
It's my gun. The one I've carried for years. And the one I shot Joseph Sands with. Glock, deadly, black. I know it like I know my own face. So?
How many times have you picked up that gun, Smokey?
1,000? 10,000?
Then pick it up right now. And I'll recommend you fit for active duty, if that's what you want.
Right now?
Go ahead. Pick it up.
I can't. I'm shaking too much. I can't even hold my hand still enough to... I can't do it.
Talk to me, Smokey. Tell me what's happening.
I can't do this. I can't stop shaking. And I can't live like this. I can't live like this anymore. No Matt, no Alexa. Don't you see? It's all gone. Everything is fucking pointless now.
Smokey, it's all right. You're here. You're safe.
Why did you do that?
I did that because I had to. Smokey, I've been working with the FBI for a decade now. You people are made of such strong stuff. You are one of the strongest people I've met. But you're at the breaking point, and I can do one of two things. Watch you break and die, or force you to open up and let me help you, if you'll let me.
Okay, Dr. Halstead. You win. I'll give it a shot.
Thank you.
Dr. Halstead ended the session with one dictate. Go and see your team. So the next day I was in the LA FBI offices on Wilshire. I moved through the metal detectors of security and presented my badge. The guard's eyes flickered a little when he saw my scars. One deep breath and I moved through the door. It wasn't a big office, just the four of us. Desks and computer stations, a small acting conference room, phones, corkboards covered with photos of death. It looked no different from when I was last there 6 months ago. But the way I felt, I might as well have been walking on the moon. Then I saw them, Callie and Alan, talking to each other by the corkboards. James, as usual, focused with cold intensity on a file on his desk.
Damn, honey love, you won't have to dress up for Halloween anymore.
That was Callie. What she said was shocking and crass, yet it filled me with an easy joy. She was beautiful, in her late 30s, with a master's in forensics and a lack of any social veneer at all. But she would put herself in front of a bullet for anyone she called a friend. It was Callie who found me in the aftermath of Joseph Sands. One of the last things I remembered before passing out was the sight of her beautiful tailored suit, ruined by my blood and tears.
Callie.
This reproval came from Alan, quiet, serious, to the point. Alan was a huge, scary-looking African-American man, one of the kindest, gentlest people I'd ever known.
What are you doing here?
A new voice, blunt, like Callie, but without her humor. James was the youngest of us all, only 28, and one of the most irritating, unlikable people I'd ever known. But he was also brilliant. When he was 12, James lost his sister to a serial killer with a thing for blowtorches and screaming young women. He was a closed and faceless book. He shared an ability with me that tied us together. He could get inside the mind of a killer. He could understand the evil.
Smokey, what are you doing here?
Nice to see you, too.
Hey, asshole.
It was just a question.
Well, how about you drink a nice big cup of shut the fuck up?
Alan, it's okay.
Sorry.
So, what's new around here?
It's been quiet for us, honey love. Nothing serial, 2 abductions. We've been working on some of the older, colder cases. I guess the bad guys just went on vacation with you.
How did the abductions turn out?
1 recovered alive, 1 recovered dead.
At least both were recovered.
Hope can be much crueler.
So how do you like being the boss, Callie?
You know me, honey love. I was born to be royalty, and now I have the crown. Don't listen to that peasant, dear.
It's so good to see you guys. More than you know.
Oh, we know, Smokey. We know.
They both hugged me, one after the next. I was horrified to feel tears welling up.
Enough touchy-feely. Come on, Smokey. Let me take you to lunch. And don't bother trying to say no.
Okay.
Hey, y'all. We'll be back in an hour.